नमस्ते यदिराजाय विवेकानन्दसूरये सच्चित्सुखस्वरूपाय स्वामिने तापहारिणे। शिवसंहिता पाठः। At the outset, let me welcome all of you who have joined in this online class organized by Vivekananda Veda Vijnana Foundation, Kodungalur. In this class, we are going to discuss the Shastras or the topics like Yoga, Vedanta, Tantra, and etc. based on the text Shiva Samhita, composed by an unknown author who is supposed to be lived in 17th century AD in Varanasi. The narrative style of this text is in the form of a dialogue between Shiva and Parvati. According to the tradition, the knowledge rendered by Shiva to Parvati is known as Agama Shastra. Agadam Shivavaktrebhya Gadanjagirijanane Tasmad Agamamidi Proktam Agamajnaihi Manishinaha. All of you know that this Shiva Samhita is written in Sanskrit poetic style. While teaching Kavya, that is poem, or Shastra, whatever it may be, teachers generally following 6 steps. They are Padacheda, Padarthokri, Vigraha, Vakyayojana, Akshepaha, Samadhanam. These are all the steps. So as part, first of all, we are going to split, after chanting the shloka, we are going to split the entire shlokas. It is known as Sandhi Vicheta in Sanskritam. Then next step, meaning of words, that is Padartha. Padasya Artha Padartha. Third step, Vigraham. Vigraha means etymological explanation. Actually, this is important step. See, usually minimum 3-layer meaning we could see in each and every word, especially Shastras. They are Adhyatmika, Adi Bhautika, Adi Deivika. But in this class, we will not get that much time to discuss. Anyhow, let's see. Then fourth step, arrange the words as sentence. That is Vakya Yojana. Then only we could find out clear meaning according to our Shastra. Okay, Vakya Yojana. Then fifth step, Akshepaha. If there is any kind of Akshepa, problems, allegations, whether it is connected to the grammatical, ideological, or philosophical, or literary aspects, we'll discuss in these 5th steps. Then finally, as 6th step, accept meaning according to the discipline. These are all the steps. Okay. Now let me chant this first shloka. Please listen. Ekam jnanam nityamadyanta shunyam nanyat kinchit vartate vastu satyam edbhedosmin indriyopadhina vai ज्ञानस्यायं भासते नान्यथैव. Then split form of the shloka. Ekam jnanam nityam adya anta shunyam na anyat kinchit vartate vastu satyam yat bhetaha. See, this bheto will be bhetaha asmin indriya upadhina vai jnanasya ayam bhasate na anyatha eva. So this is split. Then next step, meaning of words, padartham. Okay, ekam jnanam is very clear. Only one knowledge, ultimate knowledge. Nityam adyanta shunyam, it has no beginning, no end. Absolute reality. The entire universe has evolved from this absolute reality. Actually, this is the major principle of Advaita Vedanta. And it says that na anyat kinchit vartade vastu satyam, there is nothing else, there is no other substance for the creation of this world. So ultimate reality is this absolute knowledge. Then usually there is samteha, doubt arise. Why these differences in this world? Yad, that is, and this bhetaha, these differences. Indriya upadhina, it is because of the media of sense. It is this. It's all these things are the reflections of the reality, and this reflection reflected in our own senses, like mind, intellect, ahankara, etc. and etc. So yad bhetaha asmin indriya upadhina vai jnanasyayam bhasate, this everything, it is illuminating as a reflection of this jnanam, ultimate truth. Nanyadhaiva, no other substance. So the general meaning of the shloka is like this: the gods and everything in the entire universe are totally pervaded by the self, that is Atman. It is one, it is truth, consciousness and bliss, and it is whole and free of duality. This is the general meaning of this first sloka. See, the first word of the first sloka start with the ekam. So ekam is indicate ekam brahmam, ekam chaitanyam, ekam satyam, ekam chit, ekam jnanam. It is Mangala Vajaka Shabda. According to tradition, Mangala Vajaka Shabda is using in the beginning of any work. Okay. Then the next shloka. Before that, we have to discuss one more point, that is Indriya Upadhi. Indriya Upadhi. This portion is beautifully explained by Shankaracharya ji in Dakshinamurti Stotra. You might have heard the shloka Vishwam Darpana Drishyamana Nagari Tulyam Nijandargatam पश्यन्नात्मनि मायया बहिरिवोद्भूतं यथा निद्रया यत्साक्षात् कुरुते प्रबोधसमये स्वात्मानमेवाद्वयं तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नम इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये. Meaning of this shloka is this universe is like a city reflected in a mirror, seen inside the mirror but really outside of it, and it is again as in a dream an inside phenomenon appearing outside but really inside. The truth, the original is the supreme Brahman, that is absolute knowledge, the one without a second. Once Atman is its reflection seen through the media of senses, mind and intellect. The identity of the Supreme Brahman and one's Atman is understood on self-illumination. So, this Bhetaha Asmin Indriya Upadhi is explained. This portion is explained throughout this work, Dakshinamurti Stotra and other Vedantic texts. Okay. Now let's start the second shloka of Shiva Samhita. Listen please. Adha bhaktanuraktoham vachmi yoganushasanam Ishvara sarvabhutanam Atma buddhi pradayakaha. Then split form. Atha bhakta anuraktaha aham. The anurakto will be changed as anuraktaha. So bhakta anuraktaha aham vachmi. In some text it is given as vakti, but better usage is vachmi. Yoga anushasana. Ishvaraha sarva bhutanam atma mukti pradayakaha. So who is Ishvara? Ishvara is mukti pradayakaha. Mukti means liberation, moksha. Pradayakaha, the giver. So Ishvara is the giver of liberation. Atma mukti, self-liberation. Kesham sarvabhutanam, not human beings only, but almost all creatures, liberation is given by Ishvara. This Ishvara has affection towards Bhakta. Bhakta anuraktaha. Bhaktanam anuraktaha, bhaktanuraktaha. Anuragaha means affection. Because of the affection of bhakta on bhaktas. See, there are 4 kinds of bhaktas as explained in Bhagavad Gita. Artho, Jijnasu, Artharthi, Jnani. These are all the types of bhaktas. So, bhaktanam anurakti karanataha yoganushasanam vakti. The Shastra Yoganushasana has explained or explaining. Here, see 2 words, Atha and Yoganushasanam. You just joined. Atha Yoganushasanam. See, Atha Yoganushasanam is the first sutra of Patanjali's Yoga Sutra. Atha Yoganushasanam Yogaschitta Vritti Nirodhaha Tada Drashtussurupe Avasthanam. See, Patanjali's Yoga Sutra is in the form of sutra style. Sutra is a special kind of language. But here, the same Yoga Shastra is explained in karika style or shloka style. Okay, so narrative difference is here. Okay, so the Ishvara here, who is Ishvara? Ishvara is Shiva. So Shiva, Sakshal Paramashiva is rendering this Yoga Shastra. Bhaktanuraktaha, Yoganushasana. See, the word Adha and Yoga Anushasanam has deep meaning. Adha means hereafter. Hereafter means after studying theoretical part of the Shastra, that is Sankhya Shastra. That is one meaning. Another point is, if you have interest to learn this Shastra, or if you are in confusion, or if you are in dukkha, you are in vyadhi or adhi, so you should study the Shastra of Samadhi. This is the meaning of this Adha Yoganishasana. Actually, the entire Yoga Sutra, 196 Sutra has explained each and every word of this sutra. So, Bhaktanam Bhakta Anurakti Karanataha Ishvaraha Yoganishasanam Upatishtavan. This is the meaning, general meaning of second shloka. Then, as part of this, a seeker should give up some habits, usual habits. Tektva. It says that Tektva Vivadashilanam Madam Durjnana Hetukam Atmajnanaya Bhutanam Ananyagadi Chetasam. Tektva Vivadashilanam Madam Durjnana Hetukam Atmajnanaya Bhutanam Ananya Gati Chetasam. Vivadashilanam matam. Matam means opinion, abhipraya. What type of abhipraya? Vivadashilanam matam. Vivadashila means disputed opinions. So you have to give up all this type of beliefs, because it is durjnana hed. It's very difficult to imbibe the meaning of these shastras or doctrines. Durjnana hedukam. It's very difficult. So those who are come forward for Atma self-unfoldment, Atma Jnanaya Agachadi, Ananyagadi Chetasa. Ananyagadi means with a firm determination.